Hello, everybody. Hi there.
Hi.
I, I was just talking with Becky. Yeah, the Viking chick is here.
I'm like, oh, I have a new name, I hear.
Thanks to Denise.
Oh, that's where it came from. Okay. That's funny.
Oh my goodness. We were just talking about snow and sunshine
Mm.
and it still
Mm-hmm.
hasn't melted. And then I see Cricket's comment about over 2 feet of snow. Okay, you guys have to stop
Ooh.
having snow competitions. It's
Well,
March.
we were pretty close. We had a good foot last week, but we're getting more on Sunday, so no worries.
Well, good, because Linda in Vermont got 2 feet of snow last week.
Right, the storm we had is probably what they got.
Mm-hmm.
And it dropped like up to 3, 4 feet in the high country here in the mountains.
Wow.
So yeah. Happy not to be living up in the mountains.
Spring skiing.
Yes, that is what it's good for. The ski resorts love it. Nice
Yes.
fresh powder.
Yeah, extend that ski season.
Mm-hmm. Better for your knees, that's for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not a skier. Not gonna be a skier.
Oh, I learned to ski when I was 2.
Oh,
But
wow.
my aunt was a skiing. Well, she still is. She works on the mountain up on Copper Mountain here in Colorado. So she does the whole skier helper thing. So she gets a free annual pass for working on the exchange for
Oh,
working on the
wow.
mountain throughout the year. Yeah. So that's what she's doing in her retirement.
Well, I'm glad she's in fantastic shape to be skiing.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So yes, I've got Becky. Now get a good look at her because she's going to be busy, she's going to be on the road, she's going to be traveling.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to have a lot of stuff going on. But we're going to go ahead and say hello to everybody and then we'll get to Becky and sharing her channel and everything. But hello Bonnie, hi Denise, hi Jan, hi Cricket. Hello, Sherry and Sarah Lee. Hi, Jan. Did I say hi, Jan? Hi, Jan
I think
again.
so.
Hi, Christy. Hi, Sherry. Oh, hello, Becky. Hi, Laura. Hello, Geneva. Hi, Jen. Hello, Sabrina. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, skiing's not my thing. No. I mean, the mountains are
Well,
close. I could have gone skiing, but no, I just don't have an interest.
I think the last time we went was one of the times we were teaching our kids how to ski. And I think they were like, wow, mom knows how to ski. And I was like, yeah, I just choose not to. Like ice skating. Like, yep, couple hours on the mountain and I'm good. I'm going to go back in chalet now. See you later.
That's good, Denise. Yeah, for retirement, she's trying not to fall over when putting on her pants. Yeah.
Right. This is an accomplishment. I agree.
Mhm. It is. It is. And guys, if you were with me last night for the Sue Spezio show, you guys know, or maybe you already saw that Picasso cat. Hi,
Did she
Kathy.
make it?
She's at
Yay.
1,000.
Yay.
Woo-hoo! Yes, and it's stuck. It's stuck overnight.
Stuck for a day? That's fantastic.
Which-
I swear YouTube is so crazy with those subs. You just never know what you're going to get.
That's right. But woohoo! Picasso
Right. Good
cat at
job.
1,000. So yeah, that was so exciting, so fun.
Yeah.
And now that's done.
Right. Enjoy it while you can. Quick. I'll go get some more friends and we get another 100 subs and then maybe it won't fall back under 1,000 in the next
Right.
couple
Oh, I
weeks.
know, because it always goes like up,
Mm-hmm.
down, up, down, up, down. When as soon as you hit 1,000, it's like, oh no, we have to take away some.
Right. Right. Just to keep you, in your place.
But I checked this morning. It's like, oh, she's still at 1,000. And then I
Oh,
checked again.
good.
I checked again, a few minutes before we went live, and it's like, oh, she's still at 1,000. Oh, good. Oh, good.
No. I look at mine and I'm like, wait, was I at that number last time I checked? Oh, okay. I guess, I mean, no, I think I'm 3 or 4 lower again. I can never remember because it fluctuates so much.
It does.
I figure as long as I stay over 1,000, I'm fine too. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you know what I mean. Within a few, I'd prefer not to drop below 1,000, but I have a little bit of a cushion currently.
Right. Right.
I'm
Yeah, you
tired.
should
I got a
not.
little sunshine today, I'm a little warm. It's affected my thinking.
And I am going to put in the link to Becky's channel so you can check
Oh,
and make sure that
wow.
you are still subscribed, because yeah,
Good.
you might not be.
Sarah Lee must live in a warmer climate than I do.
She lives in Seattle.
Yeah, there's oceans there. There's not here.
Well, we have Puget Sound, which is kind of part of the ocean, but not like the ocean. It's
Oh,
like
we have
it's a
man-made
protected
lakes.
ocean.
Like in Colorado Springs, the majority of them are man-made lakes or creeks. That's just about it.
Hi, Sandy. Nice to see everybody. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I've got the link for Becky's channel in there. So Becky, what you
Yes,
got going
ma'am.
on the next couple months?
Not much. Not much at all. I'm still doing my Tuesday night lives here on my channel. I have my booth going, so I've been working on keeping that up, just getting there once a week. That's my only goal for that, is just once a week to get there. And then coming up in April, we are going to a live Fenton Bash show. It's all Fenton glass in Springfield, Missouri. And I put up a short on Instagram and on YouTube showing the table of glass that I just acquired. And it's all packed up, reorganized. I have 2.5 boxes of it here next to me. I've brought some pieces tonight for Trisha's show. And the rest is going to go over to the live show. And then I'll repack again to bring you guys some more here on YouTube after that. So that's been my big push lately, is that. And then after that, we're going on a cruise. So our Fenton family of lots of the people that we do shows with decided we all wanted to kind of hang out without working, doing a show. And it ended up landing on a cruise. So May the 4th, we're heading out. So there's a lot of driving involved in the next month and a half. So yeah, but fun stuff, plans ahead. So it's been fun trying to get it all figured out, because the majority of us haven't been on a cruise before. So it'll be really fun.
That will be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And having you guys all together, that'll be great.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Mom's going too. So, yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right. I am, just in case you missed it and you didn't check, go ahead and click on the link to make sure you are subscribed to Becky. Hi, Mary Beth.
Yes, Denise, probably not, but I didn't name the show.
Now, you wonder if they're going to walk around the cruise ship and go, is that Fenton? They're going to be looking at all the glass on board the cruise ship.
Going to be looking for hidden Mickeys.
Oh, is it a Disney cruise?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We're embracing the whole experience. We're just going to have fun and just,
Oh, yeah. Good tip from Jen.
When in Rome.
Good tip.
Oh, right. I already have the wristbands with the pressure points. I got the stuff, the oils to put behind your ears, and I got the Dramamine. So I'm hoping that having all the things, maybe I won't need one or all of them. So it's a big boat.
Yeah.
So
they tend to make them big. Yeah.
I'd prefer it to be big. Then I shouldn't feel it so much, right? That's the plan anyway.
Yeah, it kind of depends. Because I do watch a couple of vloggers who do take like Disney cruises and stuff. And Yeah, sometimes they say the weather and stuff, they can kind of feel it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Hi,
hoping that
Lou.
we're in a good season, I think, at the beginning of May. So I'm hoping that we'll have some calm seas and Becky doesn't need to get seasick at all.
No. And
I've
who
been there,
knows?
done that. I'm good.
You might not get seasick at all.
Yes, I hope not.
You know, it's like I've been on small boats, big boats. I haven't been on a cruise ship, but I have been on a lot of boats, and
Right.
I don't get seasick at all.
See, I've been on the big paddle wheel boats on a river,
Mhm.
and that's not a problem. But we
Mhm.
were on some big pontoon speedboat thing in Lake, I don't know, one of the Great Lakes, Michigan, whatever it is, to go up to the Rainbow Falls. And that one was a little bit something coming back. So, but it was
Mm.
big waves. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm done. It was like a 3 hour tour and I was done about an hour into it. So
Yeah, you probably won't feel waves quite like that on the big ship,
right.
so you should be we'll say you should be
I
fine.
should be fine. Cross fingers. That's why we bring all the things so we don't need to use
Oh,
them.
Kathy went to Victoria on the Clipper. Yeah, that's something you can do.
Good to know, Bonnie.
Go through Puget Sound to, get to
Oh, cool.
Victoria on Vancouver Island, and yeah, those that can be pretty choppy. They get a lot of
Right.
wind through there, so yeah, that's a pretty choppy ride.
Oh, and Mom and I did the boat to Niagara Falls. We went out on that boat. I mean,
Mm,
and if you want to talk about
that's
choppy and
choppy. That's
windy,
choppy.
right. There, that was a pretty short trip too, but that one was fine too. That was a
Oh,
blast.
oh,
That was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're probably gonna be pretty good. 99% of the time, you'll be good.
Yeah. It's like preventative measures. As long as we have all the things, it shouldn't happen.
Mhm. Well, that
So
is gonna be fun. So we look forward to hearing all about it when you get back from that trip.
I
Hello,
hope to be able
Amy.
to do some footage, and film some things so I can share it with everybody too. So,
Oh, so Laura says add ginger to your diet.
oh
Can you
yeah,
drink ginger ale? Would that help?
I don't know, but I know I've heard ginger is really good for settling stomachs too. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Another
Thank
good
you,
tip,
Laura. That's a very good tip. Yeah. See, this community is so great. They know all the secrets,
right?
full of all the good tips. But thank you. And, yeah, it's so great having everybody here. Um, let's see.
Mhm,
Oh, mint and ginger. Oh,
mhm.
okay.
Yep.
Well, good to
I
know. Good
I
to
know that they
know.
recommend ginger for like chemotherapy and stuff for settling stomachs.
Oh, that would make
So,
sense because, yeah, that is very that's hard on your body.
yeah, it is. It's rough.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That is rough. Um, all right. Well, you guys know, I see pretty much everybody in the chat. You guys know how things are gonna go. Everything's offer up, putting the info in the
Mm,
chat and highlighting stuff on the screen. Um, and let's see. As we mentioned, Becky's in Colorado, so that's where she'll be shipping from. And I'm on the West Coast in Washington State. And Ginger, she
I'm gonna
wrote
make me a list. If it's not written down, I won't ever remember. Sorry.
it. Oh. Um, yeah, but we use Pirate Ship, we use PayPal. Um, Yeah, there you go. Shipping costs are not included in the price of the item. Um, yeah, I have been like running around doing 1,000 things at once, and
Mhm.
man, I
I know
need to
it's like you got to do 6 things before you can do the other 4, and you have to do them all in the right order, otherwise it doesn't happen. I know.
right.
I understand. Been
Oh, that's
crazy.
good, Becky. Take mint gum with you. That's
Yes,
good.
yes.
That's good. Yeah, very good. Um, All right. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just get started with the sale. We don't count, and that's a good thing because there's no way I'm counting tonight. So we're going to do just one item per round. Hello, Cindy. And I am going to put Becky up on the big screen. There we go.
Okay. And I am combining my invoice from earlier this week on Tuesday with tonight, if there's any crossover with it, because I had a big, full, crazy week. So I just decided to invoice at the end of this one for this week. So,
hi, Thomas.
All right, let's see. I never know what to start with. All right, I'm going to start with a little squirrel.
Oh.
These are the ceramic ones that it's a $12 start. It has its little sticker here with the made in Japan. And it has the hole for hanging it, so it can look like it's like climbing up or down a tree or your wall, or it can go on the shelf. It does have a couple of has a little couple spots here that's missing the paint, but again, I think Sharpie is our best friend, and you can touch that up, and from farther away, you really can't even see that that's happening. This is one of the smaller ones, so it's one of the little baby faces. And I mean, I found a couple of these when I went down to Texas in February, and I knew there were more than one person that wanted them, so every time I see them now, I am picking them up. Their little faces are adorable, and somebody dropped off a whole squirrel collection at a store just by my house. This is just over 7 inches long and about 2 inches tall and about 2.5 inches wide this way. So again, he's got his little sticker right there. Kind of gives us the era that he was made. So
yep, we've got Christy in at 12.
And if I brought two pieces. I brought 2 squirrels tonight. So
all right. Well, we will count that down for Christy.
Sounds good.
Going once.
Hold him like he wouldn't be cute, just like a little pet in your pocket. You could freak people out. There used to be a guy around here that would carry a sugar glider pet in his front pocket.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep. I guess they're really like a pack animal. They really get attached to. So an owner. Oh. And so you can't leave him home alone. So he'd have it in his pocket everywhere he went. And we'd see him all over town all the time.
That's so cute. And that's sold to Christy.
Perfect. Thank you, Christy.
That would be really odd, wouldn't it, to always have that with you? All right. So I picked up a few items at an estate sale by an artist named Donna Pritchard. And I brought a few of the pieces tonight. And hello, Robin. And so I am going to start with one of those because it's kind of a dual purpose. It can either be a really cool piece of art, or for the crafters out there, this could be a mega supply for someone. And I'll show you what I mean. So it's not attached to this metal frame. It's just sitting in a metal frame. It's a bottle. It has metal kind of coiled up. It's got a kind of wrap around here with beads. And hi, Angela. And then it has these little things, and I don't know what they are. They're kind of like little reeds that are sticking out. But for the jewelry people out there, look at this mega supply of beads. Ooh. It's got a lot of beads in here. It's got a little bit of weight to it. I'm going to take it out. But again, it's a piece of art, or your discretion on how you want to use these. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it But there are several beads in here that light up in the black light. And it might be just, it's so hard to show. It's so hard to show that. Oops. But yeah, there are several in here that light up, and it is a really, really cool display. Or if you are, a jewelry person and you just want to have a really fun piece of art, well, there you go. There is the fun art. Hi, Janice. And so you have the little wood, the metal, the glass, the beads, and it just kind of sits like this. I don't know if you could do it the other way. Let me see if you could.
I was wondering that stand if it had
Yeah.
been
Kind of. It's not, it doesn't have a lot of stability right there, but it is a really nice stand also. If you want to use that for something else, that is really cool. All right. Well, I don't see any takers on the art and or the beads. So we will bring that back for the speed round. So any item that I pass on, we will bring it back for the speed round at the end of the sale. However, if you feel like, oh, I'm not going to make it to the end of the sale and you want to claim something that we passed on, you can do that at any time during the sale. All right, we are going to go back to Becky.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go here. This will be a $12 start also, please. I have a cloisonne little vase. It's shaped like bamboo, and it has the bamboo design with the panda bears on it. I do not know where it was made. It obviously has some sticker residue on here. It is approximately 5 inches tall and about 2.5 inches across here. It's got a really great cobalt background. The bright greens and the lime greens on the bamboo. And then there's several pandas on each section. I found a few pieces of cloisonne, larger pieces of cloisonne lately, which is kind of surprising. I don't know. It's not something I normally see or pick up. So, and you can feel the metal like between the sections. So I'm not sure if there's a way to discern the age on the cloisonne other than, obviously if it's marked. But I remember a lot of it in the 80s growing up. A lot of like newer pieces that were coming through then. So, I mean, even if it's from the 80s, it's already what, 20, 30, 40 years old, 20.
Yes.
I can't count. So
older than it should be.
Right. So exactly. But, on a desk for pens, it'd be a great little piece for that. A great organizer piece or, art brushes, bathroom brushes, anywhere you want to put it with that theme in it. I love the colors, the
In
bright blues and greens.
Kitchen, put your utensils in there.
Right. You could. This would be way too small for my utensils.
You could put your favorite couple in there.
Right. You could put you know what will be good is you can put the one that you're using so it doesn't, doesn't fit on the counter with all the stuff you just stirred making a mess. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but it's a cutie. I had to rescue it from the store as well. So, but that's my offering this time.
Happy little pandas. Yeah.
Hey. And there's some of them okay. So it's like repeating it just offset on each side. There, I see it now. So there's the one up in the tree, and then there's one like standing in the tree. So those are the 3 sets of pandas. So, all right.
All right. We'll count that down for Bonnie.
All right. Thank you.
Once. going twice. Oops, did I? Oh, I did. And sold to Bonnie.
Thank you, Bonnie.
All right. Now, my next piece, it's probably either made by Northwood or Dugan. It is the Lorna pattern. I did find that. It is the Lorna pattern. I did try to do some cleaning. It needs a little more cleaning on the inside, like just a little more soaking time. I couldn't do a lot of soaking time, but it just needs a little more. Oh, start price. Hello. It's going to start at $25, and it is from like turn of the century. That time period. So it's got all the bad chemicals in it. And the really cool thing about this, which I'm not going to be able to show here, and I ran out of time, but it does glow green. And oh, thank you, Sabrina. So it does, I don't know if you're going to really be able to see much of it, but it does glow. It does have a greenish glow to it, especially down at the base here. I think you can kind of see it around the rim. And then up here, it does have a green glow to it. And I was so surprised when I held this up to the light, but this opalescence here has got the most beautiful ring of fire. I looked at that and went, oh yeah, they used all the bad chemicals in this. Oh, I think you can kind of see
that's not even, that's technically not, well, I suppose it's a chemical. It's bone ash.
Is it? Is it bone ash that makes it do that? And it goes all the way down to here. So when you hold this up to the light, it just is a beautiful sunset color.
The older opalescents are amazing.
Now it does have, did I mention the chip? I just want to make sure Sabrina knows, and I don't think I did because I was going to mention it and then I didn't put a start price. There is a tiny little chip right here. Now this is an old chip because it's totally smooth. It's been there for a while, I think. But Sabrina, just let me know if you are okay with that. I'm going to hold it like this so you can see how big that is. It's not very big at all. But it's such a beautiful piece. And it is 7 inches tall. All right, thank you. Yeah, it is lovely. It's well done. And it's got a beautiful optic design going down. And again, it just needs a little more soaking time to get some of the just like sitting around dust out of there.
It's almost a silhouette of like a candlestick holder as well.
Oh, good question. I don't know if maybe Becky knows because she knows everything. Does bone ash have a purpose or intention for the color? Or intentional for the color?
Yes, they put the bone ash in to create the opalescent look in the glass. That's why they put it in there.
And oh, thank you, Geneva. Geneva is in for 26.
I wonder, is the opening too big for a candle? Could you make it multi-purpose between a vase and a candle holder?
I think it's just a little small for a candle. Or just a standard size taper. I think it is a little small for that. And
ooh, Geneva.
Sold to Geneva.
Those fast fingers she's got up there.
She's like, oh no, retract. But we have Geneva at 30. Oh my gosh. She's just seeing if I was paying attention.
Right. Keeping us on our toes.
Yes. And Sabrina's in at 32. And yeah, it's such a pretty blue. And of course, when you get something like this, you're like, does it glow? And I went, oh my gosh, yes,
Yeah.
yes, it does. It's got, and I think you can even see like right in here. I think I might be able to get it to kind of show right in there. You can
Are
kind
you
of see.
using a 365 or a 395? Do you know?
I have both, and the 395 shows it better on this one, or at least in the light. Maybe if I went into my little dark space,
Right.
I would see it better. Thank you, Geneva. Thank you. And
That's
and
right.
we will count that down for Sabrina. And going once,
Right.
going twice.
We've had that happen before where somebody's animal has walked across their screen or they kept hitting the same key over and over again. Yeah.
Yes. And sold to Sabrina. Thank you, Sabrina.
It's a really pretty piece.
I know it
All
is.
right.
It is kind of well, and it was funny. One night, somebody, what they do, they fell asleep or
Mm-hmm.
something, and
And their phone like slid between the chair
yeah, and it
and the
just
table
kept
or something.
registering all for like an hour in the chat.
The same letter over and over again. Yeah. That was something. To the point where you really did get concerned about them.
A little bit, yeah.
I have one of those Victorian style blown eggs. I found a big one because I had the little ones last time I was with you, like the chicken egg
Mhm.
size ones. This one is about 6 by 4, and it's blank all on the backside. This will be a $15 start, and it's got this little poem written on it. So don't yell at me for butchering it since I'm doing it in the screen. Though life be sorrowful sometimes and drear, for grief must often bide with us here. Take of the joy that comes with Easter day, scatter its sweetness over thy way.
Very
And
good.
it's thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here all evening. I don't know if these are painted on florals or if it's a decal because they are very pale. They're
Mhm.
very light pastels. And I think I'm seeing some individual brush strokes on the flowers. So I'm guessing my guess is that they're painted. So um, I don't see these very often, and I certainly don't see them in a price point that I can bring them to YouTube very
I
often.
don't see those. No.
So I
That's
snatched this one
exciting.
up super fast. And like Helen, I've been trying to keep it from rolling off my desk all night. So because but it's a good size, and you can see where this is where they finished it off. I mean, it's a quick. They made lots of these, and they made them quick, and they weren't really concerned about getting them nice and finished off. So, and then people would buy them and decorate them themselves, a lot like the china that
Mm,
people
yeah,
painted on.
yeah.
So, a lot of spring and Easter themes and motifs generally because of the egg. That's the mostly one, or I've seen Mother's Day maybe some on some of these as well.
Mm.
So, but
Hi, Noelle.
so
Noelle is
that
in. Yeah, this is an awesome one, Noelle. Snatch that up.
yeah, it would be really
That is
neat
great.
in a stand too, because you could
Yeah.
really get that to show the whole poem and
Yeah.
everything
If you
on
had
display.
if you had a stand like that.
Hmm. Oh, I wonder. That's what I was just gonna say. How big is your stand for this for the egg? What's the opening of that? 'Cause that
Um,
would be perfect.
it is oh gosh, two
Let's
and
see.
three quarters.
Right, so right here below the florals, it's just about 2.5 to 2 3/4 right across this section right
Oh,
here. So
that
and it
would be
goes up to about 4 inches across here. So, yeah. But something like that, at your local I bet you they have something at, like, Hobby Lobby among the stands for, vases and florals and things too. So, but that's my offering.
All right. Well, we will count that down for Noel. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Noel.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, my next piece is going to start at $20. This is a glower. If you want to see something glow from space, this is a glower. So it is a little toothpick holder with a bird.
Yep.
And in this one, it doesn't matter which black light you have.
Nope.
This thing glows, and it's like I'm gonna go outside and signal the space station when
out in the sunshine too. Mm-hmm.
Because this thing, man, oh man. I would consider this, but I don't know. Becky, would you consider that Vaseline glass? I don't even know who makes this. I can't find who makes this thing.
Traditionally speaking, yes, Vaseline glass refers to the bright yellow ones. Yep. Lots of people have made this. I think it was one of those original Victorian designs.
Mm.
And then different companies had the molds over the years. Oh, does it have a mark on the bottom?
I don't.
It does. It's Dagenhart. Maybe.
Oh, is it?
Is it a B or in a diamond or
It
an
looks
H?
like it. Yeah.
You
I did not notice that before.
Right. You got to tell us what letter's in that diamond.
Oh, it's a B.
So that should be Boyd.
Boyd. Oh, all right.
Yep. And they've made those into salt shakers where they've taken the top and put the threads on it and put the little caps on them. And then, of course, the toothpicks or like favors for like each place setting.
Yeah, and I mean the detailing on the wings and stuff, man, it's beautiful.
Boyd did some fabulous colors.
And oh, Patsy, hi Patsy. But yeah, I'll show you this thing, whoa. And in person, yeah, it blows my mind how this thing glows. Thank you, Sabrina. Sabrina is in for 30. It's kind of an angry bird.
Right? Yep. A lot of time they have the seed in their beak. Some of the salt sellers in a similar pattern.
No, there is no other good way to show this, but yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. That's so hard. What if you go straight up underneath it? Does that do any? I
don't know. I don't know any idea when Boyd would have made something like this?
If we had people Google Boyd and you can tell when they went out of business. I think it was sometime in the 80s or the 90s, something like that. So, but like I said, I think it was a mold that was previous, like it would have been done in all clear back in the Victorian era, the late 1890s. And then they got molds from some of those companies that, passed on their molds or they purchased them. So Boyd, the Boyd with the B and the diamond, I think you may be able to look up that as a hallmark. They might have theirs changed over the years. That might help us figure out when it was exactly made.
I remember seeing like some of them just have one line and some of them have two lines. And then, it kind of goes. Right. Oh, Becky said December 2014.
Oh, wow. They stayed in business longer than I remember.
Hi, Erin.
Dagenhart went out of business earlier in the early 2000s. So they're a couple that used molds back and forth as well. So, yep. So.
Oh, that's when they went out of business. Okay.
Right.
Becky. Thank you. I know I missed Aaron's sale today. I am sorry I missed it. And if you missed Aaron's sale today, hey, put that on your to watch list either later tonight or tomorrow, because it's Aaron and Anitra, I Spy Queen. And then they had Stephanie from Thrifting Adventures join them today.
I saw the notification pop up. I'm still subscribed, Aaron.
Well, that's good because
Right?
we're gonna be working on getting Aaron to 1,000. He'll be the next big push because he's up in the 900s. He's getting
Wow,
close. Thank
nice.
you. And Sabrina is at 40. Yeah, it's nice when you start getting close and you're like, come on, let's have the numbers flip.
There we go. Trademark of the diamond with the B. Every 5 years, they added a line to it. So you can determine the item's production every 5 years. So let's see. So it would be the next one would have been what, 93 to 98 then? Because it has 4 sides to your diamond?
So the
If I'm
first,
reading that
oh
right?
yeah, the first and then the second and then the third and then the fourth. Yeah. So it'd be
Right.
the fourth 5 years. Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
That's
So
easy.
93 to 90 or 94 to 90, whatever, 99, somewhere in there. You know, if you can math, that's 5 numbers. And it looks like they weren't overlapping. Well, no, it looks like the other one overlapped. So 93 to 98.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point.
Right in those totally rad years. Speaking of which, that's where I went today. That was where I spent a couple hours this morning. They had a new show here in Colorado Springs called Totally Rad.
Oh yeah?
So it was 80s, 90s, and then Y2K vintage.
Oh.
And I would say 90% of it was
I'm not
clothing.
ready for Y2K
I
to be
know.
vintage.
It was
I am not.
crazy.
I'm not. Thank you, Patsy.
Yep.
And we will count that down for Sabrina. And going once. Going twice. And sold to Sabrina. Thank you. And thank you, Patsy.
A good one.
All right, back to Becky.
All right. So I brought 5 random shoes tonight from my new Fenton collection that I purchased this last week. I did a quick
new Fenton collection. It's like
I don't get
rolling
them.
it out.
Okay, this is my first collection I've ever purchased. So
Woo-hoo!
Otherwise, I am buying things one at a time as I find them. So yeah, I bought a collection. I did a little short on Instagram and on YouTube, and I put, like I said, I did a bunch over here. I have 2.5 boxes to bring to YouTube, and I pulled out 5 shoes to bring tonight. So they're surprised. It's like grab bag. So this is the first one. It's going
what's
to be
your start going to be?
$15 start.
Okay.
So this is the Daisy and Button high boot. And it is that lime sherbet in the satin finish. It has the older Fenton sticker on the inside here. As the majority of these, I haven't looked over every single edge. I ended up with more pieces than I realized at first, but it is. Let's see, can we get it to glow without blowing it out?
Yeah.
So it's that bright lime glow. Almost looks like a bright neon yellow, but it is that pastel lime sherbet color. it was, and it does have the logo is also on the bottom of the boot right here. Is it showing up? No, it's showing up. I can feel it. It's that large oval. So this should be like the 70s, 80s, right in there. But it's not showing up. My cuticles are awful. All that wrapping and unwrapping.
We know it's there.
Takes all the moisture out of my hands, and then my everything starts drying out. It's awful. So, but woo, that guy is pretty bright. It just looks like a white light to me. So on the screen. So I'm hoping
it does. You can see the greenishness.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So these are let's see, 4 inches, 4.5 inches tall, and 4 inches long, and about 1.5 inches wide. 1.5 inches here, 4.5, and 4. It has a nice detailing down the front with the band all the way down the toe and on the back. So that's the first Fenton shoe I have for you tonight. And they'll all start at that $15 if I forget to say it.
Okay. I'll do my best to remember.
All right.
All right.
Well, it should be easier if I keep it similar.
Now think about that. If you decide in half an hour from now, you got to have that boot. We will be bringing things back for the speed round. However, if you feel yourself fading and you're like, oh, I'm not going to make it for the speed round, you let us know if you want to go ahead and claim something prior to the speed round. All right, I have got a $30 start, and it is on a necklace. Now, I will be honest and say that right up here on the neckline, you can see it's not quite as shiny. There is a little dullness. You can see it's a lot shinier down here. And I'll show you the necklace. Now, why is this necklace starting at $30? Well, it is a Christian Dior necklace.
Ooh.
So this side, it's a little easier to see that it has a C and a D. And right in here, it says CHR and Dior. So it is a Christian Dior. But I do want to let you know this little part up here that goes right around your neck, you can see it's just not quite as shiny. But then when you get down here, you get that beautiful shininess. So just from, I'm sure, years of wearing, that part has just worn a little bit from the rubbing. This necklace is, let me get it. Let's see. I'm going to attach it here and then see how long this is. Well, here, we'll just do it this way. So if I'm wearing it, it's probably an 18-inch, but you could make it a little shorter and have it be a 16-inch if you want to. But down here, about an 18-inch to 16-inch. And the little pendant part here, we've got these little round, well, semicircle round spacers with rhinestones, black enamel, and then the rhinestones. So $30 for the Christian Dior necklace. And here is the back. All right. So we'll pass on that.
It looks like something that would have been at that show today in the 90s.
Maybe 80s.
Right, that too. You never know.
All right. So we will go back to Becky.
All right. I have a little baby Raggedy Ann. She is produced by Play School. She's about 10 inches tall. She will be an $8 start. She's got this tag right back here underneath that says Play School with the 1989 right there, copyright. So I think they produced this so it was like, you know, like a doll, like for the 2-year-old plus kind of era. That's what I remember from my kids about where they made them so that they're all one piece. They're not the heads and hands and feet are all connected. So, you know, there's not choking hazards. So it's actually a nice soft doll that's can be played with. Everything is printed on the face. There's no buttons or anything like the older ones like I remember from the 70s.
Yeah.
So she's just a cute little one that could totally be played with. She's in really great condition. Look at the little hearts on her outfit. They're not just polka dots, they're hearts. So
That is cute.
just a little baby Raggedy Ann reminded me.
Have the little heart on her heart?
I didn't undress her fully. I just looked enough for the tag in the back. Let's see. Yes, she does. It says I love you.
Oh, yay!
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and I think her outfit does totally come off because it's elastic at every arm and leg. So if you needed to, that could come off and be washable as well. So she's just a little cutie. She looks like a little baby bonnet too. So trying to make a little, like a baby Raggedy Ann.
Right.
Yep.
Christy's in.
All righty. Find where I wrote her down.
All right. Well, we'll count that down for Christy. So going once. Going twice.
All right.
And sold to Christy.
Yay. Thank you.
I'm so glad that they kept the tradition of putting the little
Yeah,
nice,
the little
Christy. Nice
embroidery on there, right?
Send that to
Oh, okay.
Sue.
Thank
Very
you, Christy.
sweet.
I was going to
Very
say that's
sweet.
what it reminded me of is Sue.
All right, I have another piece of the Donna Pritchard art. So I started off with the beads, the bead art from Donna Pritchard. But this is another piece, and it is this really cool cylinder.
Ooh.
Now, I guess you could just leave it like this out on display, or you could put something in there, maybe a vase or something in here. It's hard. It's all covered in fabric. So this is all covered in fabric. It's all sewn on. And then here we've got all kinds of little like stitching and strings. And it kind of has a little bit of a tribal look, like maybe a little crochet on here. And then here is the top. Again, it's got like a little more crochet. And then the bottom has, I don't know if that's a shell. No, I think those are like little handmade beads out of yarn. This piece is 11 inches tall. And I know art is very subjective, but sometimes you just kind of come across things that are kind of cool. And this is one of those pieces that's kind of cool. It could just be a standalone piece. Here, I'll flip it this way. It could be just a standalone piece. You could pair it with things. You could put something inside of it, have it coming out. So that one, 11 inches tall, all covered in fabric. And that is 20. All right. And we'll bring that one back for the speed round. And we're going to go back to Becky.
Okay. My next one is a whole set. I have a set of, they're like kid-sized dominoes. They're double sixes. I have the box, like the bottom of the box, but the top of the box didn't come with it. It will be a $20 start, please. Each domino has graphics on the back side, so you could probably, I'm assuming then, you could match up and play dominoes with the graphics as well. And these have to be from, I would say the late 60s, early 70s because of the graphics on them. They are so adorable, and they are in little plastic like cases. The dominoes themselves are 3.5 by 1 3/4 inches, and they are just about a 1/2 inch thick. And the whole set is there. So I'm going to see if I'm test my theory here quick. So nope, they don't have the, well, they didn't like correspond put like, so here's a 2. I was going to see if they had the same graphic on the back, and they don't. So, oh, and this one looks like it has popped apart on us here. That one is popped apart. It goes together, but it's not real snug. So the blank are all black, no dots. But look at the little hedgehog. Oh, he's smoking something. Probably from Colorado, obviously. But the cars and the bunny, the deer, the ships. I just thought the graphics on these were amazing. So I would imagine, because I think you'd be able to, do a game like this for younger kids. So in case they're not into all the numbers and everything yet.
Yes.
So these are, here's another one. We haven't seen this one yet. The little duck with the umbrella. So there's 28 dominoes, which is how many come in the double six set. So they're all different. I mean, obviously I could just sit and show you all the numbers to show you that they're all here, but these are way more cute on this side with the graphics. And that's what I really liked about the set. So you can do like memory dominoes.
Yes.
So
yeah, like a matching game.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't counted. I think we're about at 6 different. That's 3 right there. And then we have the car and the hedgehog. That's 4, 5. And the boat, that's 6. Well, there's a train. That's 7 graphics. So that would be right. From 0 to 6 is 7 graphics.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Janine.
Pictures, so.
All right. Well, we've got Janine in for 20.
Looks like they're all kind of mixed up. So they're not exactly the same as the original, the numbers. Yep, so there's the double cars. I love these. And as we say a lot, we do this a lot. We see a lot of things. I've never seen something like this before.
No,
so that's why
I haven't either.
Right, and they remind me of like the graphics in like coloring books or the early children's books and stories as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've pretty much held up every one, so you kind of get an idea. I love them. I think, they could even, they're durable. I would think these would be.
The hedgehog. The hedgehog is what sold Janine. He is pretty cute, isn't he?
Right. So they all seem to be in pretty good condition. There is one that's a little loose. You probably could use a little bit of glue to keep it together, but it sits together nicely. It's not broken. It's just popped apart. So in terms of, and then if Janine is my winner, then I need to know if she wants the box, the bottom of the box as well, or if I can just ship them without that.
All right. And Trina, I see you for the necklace. Thank you, Trina. And we are going to count that down for Janine.
All right.
Going once. Going twice. And sold to Janine. And Janine, yeah, just let us know in the chat, box, no box.
Perfect. Thank you.
Those are so cute. Yeah, who's the guy who does the the bears? Richard Scarry. Kind of reminds me a little of some of his graphics too.
Similar, but yes, but different. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, Oregon too, right? What's
all
in
right?
the
No
pipe?
box. You got it.
Don't ask, don't tell. What's in the pipe?
Right? Oh, yeah. I probably got a contact buzz at the show today. Just saying. Everybody took a hit in their car before they came inside.
Oh no!
I was like, "Woo! All right."
Was it a concert?
It was pretty darn close. It was that rad show. Crazy.
Ooh. All right. Well, I brought a Fenton piece. And it's extra crimpy.
Oh.
And it is this adorable little basket. It is I'll see if I get it right. The French opalescent.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, using all my big Fenton words there.
Yep.
And the bamboo handle.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a little basket. Oh, but it's so cute. And I'll get in close so you can see the little pointy hobnails.
Now, does that opalescent spire too?
Oh, yes. I had not checked that. Ooh, yeah. You get the pretty colors in there when you hold it up to the light. Oh, my.
It should be pre-logo, I think, too, but
yeah, not marked that I see on there. But I'll give you, let me get my, I'll try to remember when I do the recap video, I'll try to remember to hold these couple ones up to the light so you can see the ring of fire on them. Let's see. That one's about, 6.5 inches tall and 5 inches on the long end and about, kind of close to 4 inches on the shorter end. So that one is 20 for the little hobnail basket. French opalescence.
Fenton started adding their logos in the early 70s, so 70, 71. But they did do a lot of stickers before that in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Probably not the 40s, but whenever they had that technology. But the only probably way to have a really good, clear idea when that one was made was, they have those handler's marks. Each of the glass artists who applied the handle had a different stamp, like people seal a letter with back in the day, and they each had their own design for that, and that would tell you if you corresponded that picture mark to the list. It would give you an idea of
this side is
frame.
blank, and this side is the one that kind of has a little, I think,
right. And I don't know what time they started using those handlers marks either, but I know that there's a large documentation of it that once they did. So.
And hi, Jerry. All right, we are going to pass on that. We'll bring it back for the speed round.
Okay.
And
ready. And I'm going to bring Fenton as well.
Yay! Next mystery shoe.
Next mystery shoe, we have a milk glass. It is the cabbage rose is what it's commonly referred to as, and I think Fenton just calls it rose. And this one has been painted with like the little lilac kind of flowers with some green leaves. Has the nice rose here on the tongue, basically, at the top of the shoe. And this is hand painted by D. Cutshaw. Does this one have, and it does have a logo. It's got the small logo right there. You can kind of see the oval outline. And these are all just, this size shoe is pretty much their real common size. Like they made it in a couple different styles. But one of their the most common size I see. So it's about 5.5 by 3 inches tall and about 2 inches wide. If you're not familiar with the shoes. So I think in the collection they have the ones with the cats here on the tongue. I got a lot with the roses. I have some hobnail ones. You saw the boots. And then there's another one that's a little bit shorter shoe. I got like a couple of those. But I just, as we're talking before we started, I just randomly picked out 5 to start with for tonight. So, and yes, that is my newest addition to my Swedish Scandinavian collection back there. Just a wee little dollar horse that I picked up. He's about 13 inches tall.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
He was at my mall where I have my booth, and I about fell over when I found that one sitting there. So
whoa,
yep. So this is they do have a little bit different. They're corresponding but opposite. Just a little bit of painting, not a whole lot on the shoe.
So Janine is looking for a silver crest hobnail epern bowl with the 3
silver
horns.
crest hobnail epern bowl. Okay. Well, when I go to the show in Springfield, I will put that on my list. Because that's trying to think. I got an epern, but it's not the silver crested. It's the I have to think about it. It's the one with like a diamond print with the hobnail in between each one of the cross sections. So, but that's a different pattern. It's really close but different. So I'll put the shoe over here. My shoes are popular tonight, I guess. I need to get the ones that match out.
And and just a reminder, anything we pass on, if you want to claim it prior to the speed round, just let us know. And Jerry, no, that one is in Becky's collection, and she will not be selling that one.
Yeah, no, that one's probably going to stay here for a little while.
Yes.
Since I'm half Swedish and half Norwegian, that's where my love of all the Scandinavian stuff comes from.
Yeah, a lot of I'll say most of the items that she has around her are the ones that aren't for sale.
Well, I'm trying to, all this here is starting to make its way.
All right.
And this one, actually, I've rearranged this quite a bit, and I pulled out a bunch of mushrooms and pixies out of that for my sale that I had at the beginning of March. So more of those are making their way to that pile for the next pixie mushroom sale. So
okay.
The next big giant one I have, I will offer it to you. I don't see those very often.
All right. I have a Westmoreland. Yep. Westmoreland cream and sugar. And this is the bramble pattern. It is a really cool pattern. And you can see that they have like the vines as part of the design in the handles. And it's got a beautiful top to it. No ring of fire on this one. It's a little newer, a little thicker, I think. It does have the Westmoreland, although it is really hard to see that one. That's why I was kind of giving it a double take there. But it does have it down there. So that is the sugar, double-handled open sugar. And then here is the creamer. Now, you don't have to use these for sugar and cream. You can use them for all kinds of things, or just have them sitting around looking really cool, because this pattern is so nice, very 3D, really pops out at you. And then the vines. Now, the vine, there is a little ring of fire. I can see it popping in right on those little bits of the vine. But that is a beautiful cream and sugar set. And that is $20 for the pair.
It's got great, I like the thorns in that pattern. Well, are they thorns or are they like just little new budding branches, I guess?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, yeah, maybe they're just branches on the vine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
detail.
It is a really cool pattern. And so that one, $20 for the pair. And yeah, you can use them for all kinds of things around the house. And again, I know not everybody uses cream and sugar for cream and sugar anymore. But yeah, if you need a little container for something, that's a great one to have. Really fun pattern. All right. We are going to pass on that.
Okay.
And we'll go back to Becky.
And looking at Becky's question in the chat, I do occasionally find single horns, but they made so many different patterns that usually I don't bring them to shows, because unless I know somebody's looking for a specific one, I just kind of keep my like the odds and ends of fairy lamps, tops and bottoms I have over in a box. So if somebody's looking for a specific one, then I'll bring it for them. My next offering is a set of copper measuring cups. They're something a little bit different than I normally, but I thought the copper is amazing. These will be $15 start. There's 4 of them in the set. And let's see, I thought I saw, now I'm not gonna be able to find where I saw where it had each one labeled. I think I can find it now. Under pressure? No, but they all nest. They could hang on the wall. And there's the little one. The next size up. I'm not seeing, no. Well, it says something on the bottom. That one says, I see a 2 and up. Oh, here it is. It's cup. I knew it was on there. 1/4 cup. Goodness sakes. Some things I set aside and don't look at often enough. 1/2 cup, I believe. And this one, 3/4 cup. And the last one, upside down. I think that's the 1 cup. There we go. Now we've got it all figured out. So to be very country cottage. And I love the little one. I think the little one is just adorable. The insides are all pretty clean. I don't know if they were used or if they were pretty well taken care of, considering. And then the handles are riveted onto the side. And they have a little bit of bend to them. They're not real firm, like so that they nest easily and are not gonna break over each other. So that is the set that I have. They do have a little bit of oxidation right here where that band is at the top. Looks like the bigger ones do. Yep, they all kind of do, where it was rolled over at the top edge. So.
And we've got Patsy in for 15.
All right. Thank you, Miss Patsy.
And we will count that down. Going once. Going twice.
Yeah. Glad we finally figured out where the marking was. I'm like, I swear I saw that on there somewhere.
And now you'll never forget.
Right, exactly. This is my favorite. I like the littles. So thank you so much, Miss Patsy.
All right. Now, for something completely different, I have well, it is an art piece, but it's from Alaska. And it's done by an artist named David Hendren. And I'll show you his name. And thank goodness this comes with the little information on it, because I would not have been able to figure this out without it. So it is a pin, and it is a black cottonwood bark carving. And it says,
Oh, wow.
This mask has been carved by hand from the bark of the black cottonwood, which occurs in the lowlands of Alaska's south central and southern coastal forests. The bark comes from trees that have been dead for 5 to 6 years. It is then possible to remove the bark, which can measure up to 6 inches thick.
Oh, goodness.
And then there's his name, David Hendren. And it says under here, let's see, there, brush lightly to freshen fur. And so here it is, and here is the mask.
Isn't that
That is
adorable?
And so I'll show you how big it is if you wanted to wear that as a brooch, or like it was, like we had some great suggestions. This little piece that I had would be a nice display. Yes, you could, because it is fabric. You could put earrings off the threads here, or you can puncture that and put a pin in there if you wanted to. So just making a suggestion. But there it is. This is a really cool piece. And he is a pretty well-known artist. And he does, I think, specialize in these pieces. And it does have a little Alaska, made in Alaska sticker on it. So we'll freshen that up just by giving it a light little dusting. But yeah, really cool little mask.
I enjoyed your pictures that had the gal with the Iditarod dogs in them from Alaska.
Yeah.
Those were neat.
Yeah, those are pretty rare to find something quite like that, especially from the 1940s. Those were really, really spectacular. But yeah, it is a really neat little carving. And once you kind of understand, you know, how they can kind of make this, I think that adds a lot to it. So that one is $18 for the little mask from Alaska.
One of my friends here in Colorado, her sister lives in Alaska. And has for quite a while.
Much different. Alaska, Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll let you think about that one. And we'll go back to Becky.
Okay. I have a choice on this round. These will be $15 start. Yeah, there we go. I have these heart boxes. These ones in particular were made by Boyd. So here's another one of their markings. It's got the lines around the diamond. So it's probably that similar era of the 90s. And this one still has a sticker on it for the name of the color for this colorway of glass. And this does fire, which I unfortunately can't show you in the chat. This is one of my collections that I pick up. But I love the filigree kind of style to the lid of this. And then that heart lip just sits right down inside the rim for a little trinket box. I have several of these on my dresser that I use for my jewelry. And when I find them, I pick them up just because I have to rescue them because I don't see them very often. And then I keep the colors that I love and then put out the ones that I have that are duplicates or whatever. And this one is a really pastel pink. It has a little bit of opalescence in it as well, which does fire. It has the same Boyd mark on the inside. Again, this is one of those molds that I know that there was somebody else who made it before Boyd had it. I know Boyd made it, and I know Degenhart made it. So multiple different companies have made and had this mold over the years. So it is about, let's see, did I tell you a start?
Yeah, 15
Oh,
choice.
good. It's too tired all of a sudden. Let's see, that's about 3 3/4 inches across this way, and about 3.5 inches from the top to the point. And then I think it's just about an inch deep, like this. These are pretty durable pieces. However, I don't recommend dropping the lids on a hard surface. I have done that to a few, but that's a risk I take by using them all the time, but I love being able to see them on the dresser and be able to put trinkets and stuff in them. So this is the choice between these two colorways. This is almost, it's an acro, but it's got some blues, like a little blue tint to it, kind of. And I don't know how they made their glass. They made so many different colors at Boyd. You can see that opalescent edge all the way around. So I will try to hold them both up without making a mess. So these are some of the ones that I started collecting when I was a teenager. And then we go to antique, and because my mom would go to antique shows and auctions and all the things. And so I collected hearts, and this is one of the ones I started with, and it's just kind of the nostalgia of it. And I love the filigree, the daintiness of the design. So there are a couple other heart boxes out there. Like Fenton's has birds on it on the top, but it's a very similar size to this. But I don't like the birds. I like this one better. So don't tell Fenton I don't like the bird one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we won't tell them.
Right? So that's the choice here.
Oh, those are beautiful. Especially that pink one, because you can kind of see through it. So that would
Yeah.
be nice to put
It
like
changes
brooches or
whatever.
something in it.
Yeah. Whatever glass they use, it really looks different with all different colors. I have some blue ones that are amazing.
Wow.
So, apple.
All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. My next item, I'm not 100% sure what these are, but they're also going to be choice. They're going to be $15 choice. And let me see if I can get them all up here. So they are these little round rhinestone little orbs.
Say that fast.
And they're, oh, so they each have a little hole in them. So there's a little hole and a little hole and a little hole. So you could thread them through, jewelry. Yeah, like beads, but they're kind of big. They're a really good size. Two of them are gold tone. And then this one is silver tone. They are all prong set. So I'll spin it around so you can see beautiful, all prong set rhinestones. And they are, okay, there to there, about 3/4 of an inch. Ah. All right. Well, they are beads then.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, you can see the little hole right there. And oh, hi, Jana. Oh, yes, the basket is available. All right. Thank you, Jana. I gotcha. And just in case I need it for reference, there it is. Sold to Jana. Here is the blue one. That one you can see the little prong sets a little better, but they're about 3/4 of an inch. And then, oh, here, I'll show that one a little more. So in gold, and there is the hole right there.
Oh, cool.
And then here is the silver tone one. Now the hole on this one is a little smaller. And it is right there is the hole. So absolutely beautiful rhinestones and all prong set. And those are 15 each. And they would be, yeah, they would be really pretty to use for a necklace, even a decent size. You could put that on a bracelet.
Did you check to see if any of those reacted under black light?
I don't think they, I kind of passed, yeah, I passed everything over. And they did, no, not on those. But good thought. All right. Let me do that. All right. And we'll go back to Becky.
Okay, I'm going for shoe number 3. $15 start. We have another, this is a white, again with the, oh, it is blowing it out. The cabbage rose pattern on the glass. It is a white satin and it is painted with some roses and rosebuds on the toe of the shoe. And then some rosebuds then on the back, on the heel. It has the silver sticker. So that is hand painted in the USA is what that one says. And it is signed R. Blevins, I think, on the painting. It has a slight, oh my goodness, it's just blowing it out. Let's try this. Just a tiny pink airbrush on the rim is what this has. But I am not, it's not showing up on camera for me at all. I'm not seeing it. I see it right here. Quit looking at my eyes. You can barely see it right there. But it's very, very
Thank
pale
you.
pink.
Thank you. Let me get that. Let me fix that. Sorry. I don't know
There
what
we go.
I don't know what I hit.
So again, this should be about that 5.5 by 3 inches tall and about 2 inches wide. Same size shoe as this one. This is just a satin finish. And the coordinating pieces to this, they painted with the same floral design. And I know I've seen it on different vases, a couple baskets, some of the critters. And that way you could get like all the pieces that were the same colorway or pattern. Ooh, words. Words are hard. If you liked one particular colorway and pattern, then you can get all the pieces that came in all the different shapes. So that is shoe number 3. Rose Garden. There we go. That's something that I have a little bit of trouble with because they have between the names for the colors, the names for the patterns, and then you have the names for the shapes of each of the pieces, and then you have the names for the designs. So there's that, the pattern painted on names are something I'm still working on memorizing. So Okie dokie, that's my third shoe for you.
All right, and there will not be a quiz at the end of the sale to see if everybody remembers.
I've just been immersed in Fenton for a week, so I'm kind of spewing a lot of Fenton terms. Sorry.
I would fail that test. I'll tell you right now. Oh, next up, I have got a cake plate.
Ooh.
And this is from West Germany. I'll start with the back and I'll show you made in Western Germany. Oh, upside down. Perfect. It is the romance because guess what? It's that darn courting couple. They're getting around again, but look at this cake plate. Whoa.
Fantastic green color.
Isn't that gorgeous with the gold and the green? Oh, it is so good. And then it's got these cute little gold handles that stick out. And then there they are, that courting couple.
But see, if you put a cake on it, it'll just have all that beautiful filigree all around the outside and it won't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's a really pretty colorway.
No, and she just won't say I do, I guess. Oops, I don't have I need that out a little further. This is, let's see, 11 inches without the handle and about 11 and a half with the handles. And now we're getting our cake requests in. Yum.
Nice.
German chocolate cake. Yes, that's a good one.
A carrot cake would look lovely with a cream cheese frosting, would coordinate nicely.
Yes. Well, yeah, because it would be just about that same color, wouldn't it? But look at that beautiful detailing. Oh my gosh, they did such a nice job. And then these are all raised little bumps. So you can feel those as you run your hand over. Beautiful detailing around the center. And I know.
Well, we could put Jello on there too. Jello would work.
Yes.
A bundt cake. And then you could see the couple right down the middle.
Best use for a bundt cake. There you go. And it would just be all around this part here. And yeah, you could still see them in the center and the edging.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So that one is 22 for the West German. Beautiful cake plate.
It doesn't even look like it's ever been used. It's gorgeous.
No, I don't think it was. I don't see any utensil marks on here at all. So no, I don't think it was ever used.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory. That would be good.
Hopefully it was, like propped up on a cake, on a cake, on a plate stand, so that you could absolutely enjoy that beautiful design. All right.
How tall was the foot on it? Oh, it's not very tall on the back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because you could put it on like those the little plate rails that are in the back of the China hutch would hold that up nicely too, because it's not as very deep. Yeah.
Right.
Like a great centerpiece in a hutch. Yeah.
All right.
Now it's made everybody hungry.
DoorDash, we need cake.
Right?
All right. Well, we'll let you think about that one because that's a beautiful display piece. All right. We will go back to Becky.
Okay, I have something totally different direction. I have a weighted tape dispenser, and it is a little vintage. It is almost 2.5 pounds, so it's a heavy metal, but it has this great little saying on it that we grow too soon old and too late smart. Schmart. Kind of like the old Dutch kind of folk art kind of painting. I believe that is just that will come off of there. The word
Oh,
is underneath there.
I missed your start
Oh,
price.
I didn't say it. $12 start.
Okay.
But it holds a standard roll of tape, and it's nice. These are great on your desk because it holds the tape dispenser, holds it down, and you don't have to have two hands to
You
get
can
tape
one
out of
hand,
it.
yeah, you can one hand
Right.
it. Yep.
And it's been sitting on somebody's desk because there's a little bit of dust down in there. But I have the tape in there so you can see that it works for a standard one. And it doesn't have any markings underneath. But I thought between the condition and the patina, the saying and the little folk art kind
Mhm.
of Dutch, let's say Dutch, German, not quite sure. Pennsylvania Dutch, that's the other word I'm looking for. Be great on a desk. But it is almost 2.5 pounds. So I'll give you a quick measurement because it is heavy to hold up. 6 by about 3 inches, almost 3 inches across. And with the tape in it, it's about 2.5 inches tall, but this one is almost empty. So this would probably be the tallest part of the dispenser, about 2.5 inches. But somebody has used this and loved it already, and it's a great functional vintage piece.
Those are good to have. I have
Mhm.
a weighted one that I can't live without it.
Right. And I took another one downstairs because I've been pricing a lot watching TV. So I have tape downstairs and I have the tape on my desk for shipping but I thought this is a great vintage one to bring to a sale. So
And
all
we'll
right.
count that down for Janet. Hi, Janet. Going once, going twice.
All right. Some great advice right here.
And sold to Janet.
I particularly like the smart part
The
right
smart
there.
part.
Thank you, Janet. And because of my memory is short, have you purchased from me before? And if not, I'd love for you to send me your information. Thank you so much. All right.
All right. So I have another Donna Pritchard art. So I've shown 2 art pieces from her. I've got another one, and it's going to start at $15. This one also has a really fun metal stand. Hi, Christine. And it is a wooden spool. It's hard to balance both of them, but it does come with this really cool piece. So there is the stand.
Boy, you just got all the stands tonight.
Yep. And then it is this wooden spool, and it has kind of a jute twine on it. And I'll show you the top. And then what she did is she made a ball out of this, or just used part of a ball of string. And then there are 2 hat pins in here. And the hat pins kind of go in the hole right there to kind of hold that on.
Wow.
But a fun way to
Mhm.
display a wooden spool. And then it already does have some twine on it. And then the string. And then the little stand. And you've got a cute little display. And
Those
thank
old
you, Sabrina.
schools have some great character.
Yeah. And I really like the fact that, we're using hat pins, and we're upcycling, some stands that probably had, like, the glass broke or something out of
Mhm.
them. And then,
Mhm.
you can still use the stand for things. And if you want to disassemble this and use it another way, hey, that's
Mhm.
art.
Put it next to your tape dispenser, you'll have a whole shipping station.
Right. Oh my goodness. But just in case you're wondering, the whole thing is about 8 inches tall. And we will count that down for Sabrina. Oh, going once, going twice, and sold. Yeah, primitive industrial. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. And thank you, Sabrina. All right. And we'll go back to Becky.
Okay. I have a little pillowcase. Either it's a child size or like for a doll bed mattress. It is let's see, let's do an $8 start, please. It is 18.5, like that. By, I think it was 9.5, so it's almost.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank
Sweet.
you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
And then it has this little embroidery on it, similar to the full-sized regular pillowcases. So I know sometimes they use them for kids' pillows or like a doll bed mattress. And it does have, let's see, I was looking to see, oh, it's got that little itty bitty, like the lace work on that hem. You can see the holes there. It was hand done. Also like the tea towels. That's what I'm looking for, but it's got the little bluebirds. Like the bluebirds of happiness, or the what's the other one? Like the kitty cats. That my goodness. Like Miss Priss, but there's a bluebird one. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just a super cute little case. Or you could hang it on the wall for that matter if you wanted to, like over a little dowel rod.
And Amy, I do see that you came in at 8. Janine was in just a smidge before you at 8. But Amy, if you would like to come in at 9 or higher, just let us know, or if you are out.
It is 11.5 by 18.5. I did miss it. I did say it was smaller. I misremembered. I just measured it, trying to do it ahead of time, and then I couldn't hold on to those numbers long enough. So
no, you never can.
I know. I know.
It's like,
I'm like, it's longer than my ruler, but I can't remember what that is. So it's a super cute little one.
So Amy is out, and we have Janine at 10, and we will count that down.
Awesome. Thank you both.
Going once.
She's pulling the little wagon with her bead.
Going twice. That doesn't seem like a very efficient way to do it, but
well, no, since they have wings and all. No, I agree with you. But they are wearing their little Easter bonnets or spring bonnets, so they're just nice and springy. Thank you, ladies.
All right, now I get to say, and now for something completely different. I have a brass. Now, this is either a canteen or a gunpowder or a powder flask or something. Don't know. The top, I wonder if that's the top. Something is in here and it doesn't come out. Although I don't know how you would get the top in there, but something's in there. Or if it's in there because maybe it was for powder and that's how you keep like the powder stirred up or something.
That's awful big for a powder flask, just in my opinion.
It is. It is probably Middle Eastern. And I say that because part of the adornment on here is a camel. So there's 1, there's 2, And there's camel number 3. And it does have little copper accents, some other kind of silver tone metal accents. There's silver tone and copper. There's the little camels. Now, I have a feeling this was used because there's some doinks in here.
Right.
So it's not just for decorative purposes.
No,
Somebody used this for something.
the only other thing I'm thinking of is, did they used to have something like that they'd put water in and heat up and then put it in their covers, like to heat up their bed or keep their feet warm too?
Could
But I
be.
would have had some sort of a, eventually, a cap. That's the word I need. Goodness sakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does look like it was like there is supposed to be a cap. And again, I don't know what's in here.
Yeah.
Could be the cap. No
Something,
idea.
right.
It's on a
I don't know.
nice cord that is kind of wrapped around decoratively. And it
Definitely a
is.
conversation piece.
It is. It is 6 inches. And if you include the nozzle, that adds about 2 more, so 8 inches. But something fun to, put on the bookshelf, put on a tabletop. And
Now, if you're good at making up stories, you could just, come up with all sorts of things that this is or was or could be.
But I think it's really cool that they've got the camels on there. And I mean, all of this hand soldered on. Somebody, did the work to adorn this.
Yeah. Be
So
great hung on the wall.
Yeah, it would be really cool. And yeah, you could, hang it by the cord. And yeah.
Right,
especially if you have like a little gallery wall or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sad part is the scrap value for some of those kind of things for people that don't know or don't love the vintage is the scrap value is probably pretty close to that with the brass and the copper, unfortunately. And that's why not as many of them exist anymore.
Right. So that one is 18. And yeah, just it's one of those pieces you're going to come across like once. All right. Well, we will go back to Becky.
Okay. I have fish floats. I have a green and emerald one, and I have a pale amber color. We can do a $5 start on choice. You can kind of see, well, let's see here. There it is. It's opposite, where they have plugged the glass there. You can see a little dollop of it inside right there. And the amber one. We don't see these very often here in Colorado, but this is something my mom used to collect when I was a kid. She had them in some of like the hemp like macrame plant holders and stuff. They're about 2.5 inches to 3 inches across. And I'm going to measure the green one. Neither one of them are reacting under black light, but they are fun for filling a vase with or displays, filling a bowl with all different colors. And I definitely like picking these up when I find them. So I like the big ones that you find that are still like in the fishnet tied up for the rope. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all they had were the little ones this time.
Yeah, I'll bet a bunch of them wash up at the beach. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. So
definitely. Night, Jan.
Good night.
All right. Well, we'll count that down for Christy.
All right. Sounds good. There'll be choice while we count it down. Think of which color or both that you'd like.
Going once. Going twice.
Their purpose, they would they're fish floats. So they would tie these into the nets on the edge of the fishing nets so that they would float above the surface so they could see where their nets were. Because of the captured air inside of the blown glass, they would float and then therefore float the top edge of a net.
Yep. Oh, Christy's going to take both.
All right. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay, my next piece, I think this is done by Brown Bag, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh.
But it is one of the big shortbread pans. It's not marked as to who made it that I can see, but I mean I've really seen mostly just the Brown Bag ones. But this has a butterfly design.
That's
And oh,
pretty.
Janine, you'd like the flask or canteen or however. I
That
know
metal
it's
thing that hangs on the wall.
the metal thingy. Janine is taking that. Thank you, Janine. Yeah, that is a pretty cool piece. And going once, going twice. And sold to Janine. Thank you. So even on the handles, you get the butterflies, but if you are, shortbread, I don't know what else you'd use these for. That one's too big for like a butter press,
Right.
but you've got flowers, you've got butterflies.
Gingerbread.
Oh yeah.
I think Pampered Chef did some of the different ones, but
Oh yeah.
the brown bags were the big ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but can you imagine how good shortbread cookies would taste with butterflies on
Mhm.
them? Especially for spring and summer.
It'd be
Nice.
great for a little tea.
And this is nice and thick and in good condition. So that one is 22 and you get all the beautiful butterflies. Now, if you're crafty, you could probably
Oh,
do something maybe with clay or something in here also.
the early 2000s, the big thing was to do like the make your own paper and
Oh,
shred
yeah.
everything up and press them in the molds to make things with your own paper or the toilet paper even. I remember them doing it with toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. Pie
Yeah,
crust?
I will throw it in there quick for you.
Maybe. Maybe I would use a lot of nonstick spray just to be sure. Ah, Sabrina, thank you. She put it in there.
Oh, she's faster than me.
She's fast.
She must be on a keyboard. All right, I
All right.
will
Well, I don't
abandon.
see any takers for the shortbread pan, but think about that. That is a beautiful butterfly design. And I will bring that back. But we will pass and go to Becky.
All right. Thank you, Sabrina. That's what I was going to say first. I was like, wait, what was I going to say? All right, I have a little pig, I believe, in the blue cobalt style of, is it Anala? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Marked Mexico, and then I think maybe with an AG for maybe an artist. But this guy is just a little bitty one. $8 start. I like picking up the different critters. Oh, look, she's got a big smile on her face. And it's that off-white or light gray pottery with all different blue glazing and the floral pattern on it. It's in really good condition. It is about 3 inches by 2 by 2. Just a little piggy. It's just the right size kind of souvenir, that just fits in your suitcase. I would imagine that somebody would just pick out a little one that they liked,
Mhm.
whatever kind of critter it was that they liked.
Well, and the
So,
colors are so pretty.
mhm. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, the, company that, had this one, they got a storage unit that was like 20 by 10, and the entire storage unit was pig items. And I
Whoa.
think the person used to have a retail store, and the whole store was themed with pigs. And,
Wow.
the entire storage unit had 2 by 2 by 2 boxes full of inventory, and they started selling out of that before COVID, so 18, 19, somewhere in there, and they still are pulling out pigs, um, at their warehouse location. So, occasionally, there's a little cutie pops up, so
Yes. That's a lot of pigs.
right? I was like, who knew you could have an entire store full of pig-themed items? So, but alright.
All right. Well, we will count that down for Robin.
Right. It looked like he's been a little mischievous with that smile, I agree.
Going once. Oops. Going twice. And sold to Robin.
Thank you so much. Almost a
Oh,
pocket-sized pig.
yeah. Not a 7-inch pig. Sorry.
No, a
Sorry.
guinea pig almost, yep.
Okay, I have a hand painted. Oops, did I hit? There we go. Hand painted glass jar next. And it does come with the lid. I'm going to put the lid back on because I did give it a rinse. It needed a little rinse. And I wanted to make sure it was dry, but here it is. So it is a nice clear jar, and it is hand painted kind of with a little floral. And it reminds me of like little, flowering,
Mhm.
like wildflowers.
My mom would say hollyhocks. That's what it reminds her of.
Oh, yeah. And it's in great shape. Here is the top, and then here is the lid. And such a pretty springtime, summery kind of jar. And let's see, it is, well, without the lid, it's almost 6 inches tall. With the lid, it's almost 7. And the lid does have a little point to it, comes right up to a little point, and it is all
Mm.
glass.
There's all the ones that grow that direction.
Laura knows them all.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah,
A
it's so pretty.
lupines, is that another one that grows like that?
Ooh.
That's very cute. I mean, it's
Mhm.
very, oh, what was the word? What's that artist that did the watercolors like that? Um, Shoot. But it's very recognizable, but it's kinda in that style of, Monet kind
Like
of flower
Monet,
garden
but
look.
oh, yeah. Thank you, Sherry.
Yay. Point for me, I got I got another flower right. Mom would be proud. I can't grow them where the hill of beans, but all the
Oh,
streets right up and down my street are all named after different florals like that, and lupine
oh,
is one of them, just a couple blocks away.
wow. That
Mhm.
was that was well thought out.
'Cause I was like, "Wait."
Well,
Yep.
thank you, Sherry, and I'm gonna count that down for Sherry. So going once. Phew, ooh, excuse me. Going
Bless
twice.
you. How many sneezes do we get?
Why aren't you I must have hit myself out of the space. And sold to Sherry. Thank you.
The cute one. And Robin, I did see your question. If you sent me your information before, I should have it. Unless you have something that's changed, I should still have it in my emails. Yes. Thank you. Goodness, I'm still pink. I'm that whole 10 minutes I put gas or 5 minutes in my car, I got enough sun for the whole day. I'm really gonna have to go tanning or something, or I'm gonna burn like crazy on that cruise. It's just how I am.
Get yourself the SPF 100.
I already have 50. I figured that was close.
Jen got the 100.
Did she?
I think she will recommend the 100.
See, I feel like I'd look like the people that go on vacation where everything is white, except for their eyes. The lotion. I have shoe number 4 tonight. This is a light blue with an iridized finish. $15 start, has the hobnail design, and it has been painted where they have taken the different hobnails and added little daubs of color, added some lace around where it laces up and around the heel. It has the big oval right here on the bottom. Oh, it's going to show up nice. And it was hand painted by T. Kelly. So this is the same shape, or excuse me, size as that first daisy and button shoe. It's about, I think it's about 4.5 inches tall. Yep, pretty close to that. I've seen this one a few times. I'm not quite sure what the thought was on doing all the different hobnail colors everywhere. But I mean, I guess what would you do with hobnails other than maybe paint a little like floral pattern out of them or something? But it definitely has the limes, pinks, blues, and it's just random. But it's that gorgeous blue iridized shoe. Oh, and it's from the 95th anniversary collection.
Good night, Erin.
I believe does it have the date on it too? 2000. 2000 was when this one was made. So, good night. So, yep. Shoe number 4. Yeah, the daisy and button one doesn't have laces up the front of it, but this one does. In the glass design. That's not painted on. Just the white like lace scallops are painted on. Oh, and on the toe. So there we are.
All right. Well, I am surprised we do not have a shoe crowd.
I know. Just wait. There's one more. We'll make sure that nobody wants any shoes tonight.
I know, Laura. Where are the shoe people? My goodness. These are great shoes. The kind that you just don't see, every day. These are the ones that people want.
Well, I only got 28 in my collection, so
only 28.
Right.
Yes, and everybody, since just about everybody's blue, if you're not blue, shout it out and I'll go in and make you blue. But if you go and click on Erin's good night comment, one of the options, or click on the 3 dots if you're on a laptop. One of the options is to go to his channel. You can go to his channel and make sure you are subscribed to Erin. Let's see, that's 24.
That's a great perk of being blue, to be able to pop in and out of other people's channels, for sure.
Yeah, and you can do that with everybody. You could, like Becky, you could click on hers and go and subscribe to Becky and everybody. She was just the last person I saw that had put in a comment, so I picked on her. But yeah, you can subscribe to everybody's channel that way. Okay. I was getting some measurements while I was talking. Oh, Robin isn't blue.
Yeah.
Well, let me.
And Becky's saying Aaron is at 916.
All right.
That's like one of those numbers that's the same back, or like if you turned it upside down, it's the same way.
Oh, yeah, it is.
If you're not blue, hold your breath. Wow, Denise. Thanks. That's great advice. And when we start seeing like single digits coming in the chat, we'll know to call the ambulance or something.
Right.
Yes, Julie, you're blue.
Hi, Julie.
Stop holding your breath.
All right. So I have a necklace, and the thing with this necklace is that it has a little different style clasp. So it has this little flower, and you can put it in here or here or here to adjust the necklace to 3 different sizes. So pretty much it goes from a 22 to about a 24 inch. And this is, okay, I'm not 100% sure what stone this is, so I'm not going to do a crazy shout out because I'm not that confident with my stone ability. But they are all these beautiful blue stones, and you can see it's kind of like woven in to kind of be right in between these two, I don't know, 2 pieces of cord. Just call it cord. But it is 22 to 24 inches. And so I'm just kind of showing all of them.
That was a lot of work.
That was a lot of work, yeah, to get everything threaded in just so. And then there we are right at the end. So all of these, and then as you're wearing it, like, let's see, here is the shortest. So right there is the shortest length. And then the longer, we'll put it right there. There, it can be down to here also. So really cute. Lapis.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but it's kind of got a marbled look to it with a lot, maybe with some quartz. I don't know. They have so many different dyed agates that are in all the different colors of the rainbow.
Yes. So yeah, it's a really pretty variety of blue and all those nice little stone beads.
I went into a rock shop here a couple weeks ago. Boy, was that sticker shock. I couldn't believe how high some of their carved pieces were. Beautiful stuff, though.
Yeah, I would imagine with the Rockies, right? You know, so close. You
But
guys have some beautiful choices.
The irony of it is, I think it's all imported.
Really?
Mexico and like
Oh.
the Middle East, and because they get a lot of like the big amethyst crystals.
Oh.
And they had some giant fossils, and I mean,
Oh, wow.
Pakistan, I think some of it comes from, but yeah.
My goodness. All right. So I don't see any takers for the necklace. And again, this just threads right through here. I'll show you. So if you want to do your necklace that length, then it just goes like that. And then you have a 22-inch necklace. And oh, Denise is in for that one. Thank you, Denise.
Is it long enough to double and make like a choker with? I mean, I know I don't like chokers, but I know some people like wearing chokers.
Good
I just
question.
don't know if it's long enough to do it.
Nah, not quite. Not quite long enough.
Not that I would.
And
It'd be like holding your breath again. Let's not go there.
right. Oh, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
count that down for Denise. Oops. Maybe I'll try putting a G in here too. Let's see. Let's try one more time. There we go. Going once, going twice, and sold to Denise. Thank you.
Excuse
All
me.
right.
Sorry. Ooh, been one of those days. Yes, the other day I couldn't stop yawning. Thursday it was awful. Okay. Next up, I have a cat.
Oh, that is
It was
cool.
one of the wooden ones from Mexico, and I know my mom can rattle that right off. Uh, now, when I look at it spelled out, I can never remember what it is. But Alabre, that's the name of the
That's
style of the
nice, Denise.
painting.
That's nice.
And this guy will start at $12. They do come where they come apart for, like for traveling or for packing. I'm sure from so you're not breaking this off, but they just have a little spot for it to be there. And he does have one little missing paint chip right there, but you can turn his tail around the other direction if you want to, and then you don't see it.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but I know mom would be so mad at me for not being able to pronounce this, but it's not one I've seen like printed a lot, and I just hear her saying it, and I'm too tired for it to come out of my mouth for some reason. But it's that little tiny dots and that they do all over the piece, and we see these occasionally here. This one has a lot of florals on it as well, and then the details on the paws. So go either way. And it has the made in Mexico, but I think then that this might have been the artist. Alabreja? I don't know. I just can't. The extra syllable in the middle there is catching me, and I can't pronounce. I just can't spit it out the right direction. But that's what it is. So
I know. I want to say Alejandro, and I don't think that's it.
right,
It's got
Alan
the extra little something in there,
on
but that's all I can come up with for my brain.
Drin. I think it's O. Yeah, Drino, Alejandrino. That's as close as I can get. And don't tell
Sherry's
mom.
in. Yay, Sherry. This is so cool.
I should tell you how long it is, just so we know. With the tail, it's 7.5 inches long, and with the tail tall, it is almost 4 inches tall. So 4 inches here, and then 7 from tail to paws. And it's just about 1.5 inches wide, I believe, to 2 inches. Yeah, about 2 inches wide. So, all righty.
All right,
Thank
we'll count
you.
that down for Sherry. Going once. Going twice. And sold to Sherry.
There we go. Thank you so much.
Okay. Next up, I have hi, Baba Wally. Nice to see you. The best and most expensive lapis has no inclusions and is solid dark navy blue. Ooh, well, that does sound pretty.
Yeah, it is very pretty. They use it for like the oceans on the big globes that they encrust with the minerals. Yeah,
Oh,
stones.
nice.
Mhm.
Very nice. All right, I have a $12 start on this silver plated angel. Now, it has a little tarnishing. It could use a little I don't know if you can polish this, spruce it up, but I do want to point out it does have a little bit of tarnishing on it, but this is a really big angel candle holder. It's a big one. It's bigger than my head.
It could almost be a tree topper.
It could. It's big here also. So yeah, it could be a tree topper. I'll simulate with my hand as the top of the tree. And if you have like a really tall
Oh goodness.
top on it, like a lot of times I have to like, because I use fake trees, I don't use real trees, but I'll bend them down
Yep.
because my tree topper isn't that
Because
big.
they kind of start to list. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but this one is a big one. So up to the top of the halo is 8.5 inches tall, and the wingspan is 7 inches. So it is the candle holder. There's the candle holder part. And then she has like, kind of looks like little hands holding the candle. Got a halo, wings, and then down here you could almost use that, like put a little tea light down here also and have it kind of illuminate the little holly.
Yep.
Down there. And then there is the inside. But yeah, a little tarnished. And I don't know if you could put a little polish on there. I know some people like the tarnishing. They like the natural oxidation look. But that one's a big one. I'm trying not to poke myself in the eye with the wing.
That would be bad.
That would be really bad. So that one,
The genie,
$12.
I'm like, does a genie come out if we, polish the angel, or is that just
Maybe.
we could only hope, right?
Thank you, Sherry. And we will count that down for Sherry.
We're still talking about all the fun types of stones. I like the malachite and the lapis together, where they're like the green, the bright green and the bright blue, and
Oh, yeah.
they make jewelry out of that. It's really pretty in contrast.
Going once, going twice. And sold. Thank you, Sherry.
A neat piece.
And there we go. We'll go back to Becky.
All right. So on my channel a little ways back, I had a big group of milk glass jars, bottles. And as I sorted through them to put them out in my booth, this group will be a $9 start. I tried to match up the random lids that I had to go with some of the jars. So this will be 3 jars together with their lids. So most of them I had were without the lid. So they're old milk glass. And this one has still some of the label on it, glycerin and rose water that's been printed on it, not much on the back. And I found that this cute little pink lid matched that. It's got a lot, they have lots of patina, lots of character. This one used to have like a floral design on it, and the little jar looks like a scalloped flower pot almost. And so that's this little jar, and it is about 2.5 inches tall. And then the third one that comes with it is the short, wide, like cold cream kind of jar.
Mm.
And it has a cream deodorant lid.
Cream deodorant. Wow.
Right? So I thought it made a little fun vignette, a little bit different sizes, different colors. They're all kind of coordinate in the pinks and reds and that gorgeous milk glass. Anybody, you can use them for crafting if you want to make something out of them, make a pin cushion in them. That sounded really bad. Those 2 words went right together in my mouth. Pin cushion out of them. But most of them I had earlier didn't have lids, so I thought it was kind of fun to be able to have some character and where they came from then. Like this one says made in the USA on the bottom. And this one then says, and it does, on the bottom of this one, it says Bristol Myers Company, and then it says Mum in the glass, which is what this lid is. And then it says wet weight 1.2 ounces, made in the USA, New York, New York. That's really hard to get with that white glass, I know. And then this one doesn't have anything on the bottom, it just has the printed label there. And then it had some ingredients and instructions, but that's worn off a little bit. So, all right, that's the little vignette of the 3 milk glass bottles. Looks like we have Christy in.
Yep, and we'll count that down for Christy. Going once. Going twice.
Thank you.
And sold to Christy.
Cool, thank you so much.
Yeah, great set.
It was really fun matching them all up, but I have a few more that I got lids that went with them. The rest of them that are now out at my booth, so without lids mostly.
Well, without lids is fun also.
Right, because I mean the shapes of them were really amazing. It was really fun to go through them all.
Oh, all right. Next up, let's see if I have.
Oh, Rebecca Rose is asking about that basket. Did that get claimed earlier?
That was claimed. Yes, Rebecca. And hi there. Yes, the opalescent, the Fenton basket was claimed. Yeah.
I have one in the box over here. That's the exact same thing Trisha had. If you're interested in it, when I come across it, I can put your name on it if you want to send me your information. But I won't, I don't know when I'll find it is what I'm saying. But right. I know it's right here. I know it's in this box.
Oh, all right. So I don't always pick up the decorative plates except when they are done by a particular artist. And this one happens to be done by one of the main artists that I kind of do look for. And her name is, I think, Lena Liu. L-I-U. I'm going to say Lena Liu. And this is first issue of the Symphony of Shimmering Beauty series.
Ooh, sure. Fancy.
Very fancy. Iris Quartet. But I love her art style. And so, you know, when I'm going through the decorative plates and you're seeing the Norman Rockwells and it's like, oh gosh, the Norman Rockwells are everywhere. But when hers come up, they pop. And I go, ooh, because look how pretty this one is. I really like her art style, and it is signed down there, Lena Liu also. And you can see all the flowers are outlined in gold. And they are these beautiful irises. Plus, yep, that's one of those stand-up ones we were talking about, isn't it? That's a hollyhock? I
don't know.
That's the one I could remember.
I know. I'm like, oh, there was like 5. It might be a lupine.
No, it might be. Thank you, Ann Murphy, and hello. And so you can see there's little butterflies, but the irises are so beautiful.
Isn't there a special kind of word for the style of those irises, like bearded or something, where they have the frill on the edge of them?
Yeah, I think they're
Look at us and the flowers tonight. Goodness sakes. Gorgeous.
But yeah, foxglove. Oh, look, Laura knows. She knows her flowers, but you can see there's a few of them there and a few of them there. It mixed in with the irises.
Ooh,
And
we got the bearded right. Yay, 1 point for each of us.
we're on a roll. Look
Great.
out, everybody. This one is 8.5 inches. And I mean, it is so beautiful. And again, all of those, let me get it in the light so you can see the gold. It is just gorgeous the way that they are accented with gold. That's probably the shimmering beauty part of
Mhm.
this. But yeah, love those. And thank you, N. Murphy. I am going to count you down. But yeah, hers, I will pick up all of her stuff when I see it because I think this stuff is beautiful. And it's just yeah, irises. Yes.
It looks a little bigger than the traditional decorative plate too.
Yeah, being 8.5, I think it
Mhm.
is. I think those are usually in like the seven
Mhm.
inch range.
I know my
Yeah, you get
like Bing
the
and Grundle and stuff. Those are about 7, 8 inches.
one
Yeah.
there and oh, and then this one down here. So yeah, different colors for the irises. Yeah, really, really nice. And I will count this down. Yeah, this is from 1991 and still in
Yep.
beautiful condition.
The only thing that's coming up around here are the dandelions so far between
Well,
the snowbanks.
going once, going twice. And sold to N. Murphy. Thank you. Yeah, my bulbs are starting, well, not my summertime bulbs where I have like, I guess a peony is still considered a bulb, isn't it? Or a tuber, something like that, because they die down every year and they're
I'm lucky to get,
they're like that way.
annuals and perennials not mixed
Oh,
up. So,
well, I have a peony out front and it's creeping up. And then I have the super, super tall, ginormous lilies. The lilies that
oh,
get like, I mean, they're taller than me.
really?
They are
Huh.
massive lilies.
Is that
And
because you have a more humid climate that because we
I
don't
don't
have those.
I don't know. We have a we have like a plant fair, plants, vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Anything that grows kind of fair.
Mhm.
And when I moved in here, I in going up there, I think like every other year the iris people are here
Mm.
or no, the lily people are here. And I said I have south facing, it heats
Oh,
up. It
right,
heats
right.
up a lot. Um, what's the best kind of lily to put out there? And so I have four different kinds. Two of them are, I can't remember what kind they are, but the each flower is like this big
Wow.
and it gets like 10, 13 flowers on the top. I mean, it's like this much is like flowers and it's just
Wow.
flower, 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 flower. Last year I did bring one of them in and I put it here. But that one gets taller than me. It's ginormous. And I have to watch every once in a while because sometimes we'll get a wind in and I
Oh,
need to kind
yeah.
of protect it or it'll snap. But I have a white one and then a light pink one like that. And
Ooh.
then the other ones I have, they're Asian lilies where they get the smaller lily. There's like four petals and they're the
Mhm.
kind of waxy petals,
I
like
don't know any of
speckled
those.
speckled waxy petals. And those grow in, well, the yellow one I have has just been a single, but the red one I have, which I have right in front of my calla lily. So when I look out, I have like the white calla lily and then the
Oh,
red
pretty.
lily. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
other kind of lily. It's so pretty. But that one has like, it's like a big cluster. And I had like eight, eight stalks coming up. And those
Yeah.
grow, those will have like, I don't know, like 3 feet of flowers on
Hmm.
it. And it's just like one after another after another. They are
I can't grow
amazing,
anything in my yard.
amazing.
We had a
But
whole bunch of pine trees, so the acidity in the soil won't let me grow anything up there. But that sounds
oh,
amazing for when they're all in bloom.
yeah, I'll try to, they're all, I made sure all of them have a little head poking out, so they're coming back. But yeah, I'll try to like take pictures and stuff of their
Mhm.
progress, because they are really amazing. And
Yeah.
they smell, especially the white and the pink
Mm.
ones.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, they are so fragrant. It's amazing.
The
Um,
lilacs are pretty fragrant around here in the next month or so. Those should be popping
yes.
out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's hard for a lot of people with the animals and stuff. Yeah. I
Mhm.
we have some bunnies in here, and usually they will come over and eat my crocus. So, but this year they didn't.
Yeah.
But they're usually pretty good about that. I Other than cats and dogs, we don't have too many other critters
The
that
deers would be I saw deer out the other day. They're coming down lower
mm.
elevation here. They're gonna be nibbling on anything green around our neighborhood. So, I have another Fenton shoe, the last of the evening. This is the one with the cat head on it and the hobnail pattern. It has that lovely sticker. Right here is the silver metallic with the purple ink. This should be the colonial blue color. So this was made prior to the logos. So late 60s to the very early 70s. It has one little rough hob right here as I was feeling it while I was waiting. But it's just right at the tip of that hob right there. The really cool thing though about the colonial blue is that it glows green under the UV light. Ooh, is that showing up? It
Yeah,
looks good on my screen this time, but
yeah, wow.
yeah, so that's the 365 UV light.
See, I don't think I've ever
And
known that the blue one glows.
the colonial blue and the colonial pink both glow under the
Ooh.
365. Not under the 395, not the blue under the 395, but this one does. The blue does with
Oh.
the
All right,
365. It's
guys,
just a little
if you have the colonial blue, get
Get
out
your
your black
black lights out. Yeah, this is when does it mark on?
wow.
It's not marked on there, but I know that's the 365. So, all right, so that's my last shoe offering for the evening.
And
And
that's the cute one with the kitty.
the little cat head there at the tongue, and then it's flat, no hobs right across the toe. They
And
don't,
Sherry's in. Oh, and Rebecca's in at 16.
very few of them have like a soul pattern. There used to be a couple that would have like a lot, like lines across
Oh,
it, like a
yeah.
soul, but
Yeah,
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
a
any
few of
for a while.
those. Yeah. Because you have to have a little tread for your
Right,
glass
you wouldn't
shoe.
want your shoes to slip off the shelf or anything.
No.
I agree.
And Patsy's in for 20.
All right. Yeah, the when other companies, so this is one that they reproduced a lot, like overseas companies.
Mm.
What they've been doing even recently, they're taking Fenton and they are making molds of the actual piece of glass, and then they're reproducing the glass and selling it for way less expensive than the original production that was made here in the US. I know they've been doing it with beaded melon and the melon vases, and there was a couple other ones recently. And they're starting to come over in crate loads full. You can see them. So, but I know that this
Oh,
with
wow.
the cat head was one of the ones that was reproduced in the 80s and 90s, and it you can feel by the texture of the glass that it's a little bit greasy, and it has it doesn't have the smooth finish that Fenton did in terms of how they would fire polish their glass. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
We're
right.
out and out.
Well, I will
Cool.
count that down for Rebecca. And now
Oh,
you had two, didn't you have two white ones from earlier?
I did.
Once.
I
Going
have two white
twice.
choices.
And sold to Rebecca.
Is that Rebecca asking about that?
Yes, she says, do you still have the white one from earlier also?
Mhm. All right. So I have that one marked. I have the milk glass with the rose pattern and the little lilacs painted on it. And it's the same pattern, but in the opal, the satin opal, and it has the rose with the rosebuds painted on it. And it's got a very pale airbrush along this front edge. Those are the two white ones that I had. So I'll watch for the chat if she's asking about those.
All right. Yeah, let us know if you'd like either of those.
Mhm.
And oh, the lilac.
You got
Nice.
it.
Okay, I have a pair of plates. They are going to start at $15 for the pair. They're like a little set of, I guess, like a dinner plate and a salad plate. They are made in France. I'll show you the back. Elysian Garden by, oh gosh, I think I was going to look that up and I forgot to. Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something. But they're
Mm-hmm.
made in France.
All right.
And so they are fruit themed. So here is the little salad
Oh,
plate.
yeah.
And you have the fruit on it. And then here is the dinner plate. Now, I know a lot of people like to have, kind of the mix and match sets. And so this is a nice one, for a place setting. But I love the fruit on here. Very realistic, really well done. And let me double check. This is probably a 10-inch plate. Oh, it's an 11-inch plate.
That's a big plate.
And this one is almost 8.5. And thank you, Trina. Trina knows. Yep, that is what it says. And so here they are side by side. So you can see they both have the pear and the like little currants, maybe. Got
Mm-hmm.
that there.
Figs, maybe that one at the bottom.
Um, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Maybe plum,
Maybe
but
lemon.
you will get, yeah, lemon there.
This is a quiz again. Good grief.
Oh, but yeah, you will get the pair of those for 15.
The pair of pears.
The pair of pears. All right. Well, let you think about that. But I know a lot of people like to have like similar style and mix and match around if they're doing a place setting. And you know, when you can find fun things made in France, hey.
Yeah,
And those are really thick. They're like restaurant kind
I was
of.
gonna say that should feel like quality.
Yeah, they are. They're really nicely made. And then yeah,
Mhm.
that's super thick like restaurant ware.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go back to Becky.
Okay. I have a couple smalls here at the end. I have these art glass fish that I'm pretty sure these are mass produced, but they are made on these little bitty floats so that you can like pop them in a vase or an aquarium, and you can have a little glass fish floating along because this little bubble of like the fish balls earlier from the
Mhm.
nets holds the air and will let them float. So I have a blue and I have a yellow. They would be a $5 start for choice. And just for grins and giggles, let's see if I can get them to hold still long enough. I think the yellow on the blue fish goes quite orange that I can see. And then the red has a little bit of that cadmium orange glow as well. So if you put a black light in the bottom of your vase, you can have a whole different kind of exotic fish showing and floating around in it. So I have seen these individually before, and I've also seen them where they were sold in like a dozen of different colors.
Mm.
So, but I have a blue with the yellow, and then I have the yellow with it's kind of an orangey red color. All his fins and everything. So $5 choice on the floating fish.
And Sherry is in. And
Mm-hmm.
we'll go ahead and count that down for
Yep,
Sherry.
I have had these before. You're right, Laura.
Well, you are lucky to have found those again.
Well,
That
I
is
love just
cool.
bringing anything glass because when you like glass, you like all the different glass, no matter who made it and what kind of style it is. So
Oh, nice, Sherry. Sherry's going to take both of them, and she
thank
needs
you so
them
much.
for her cat with the fishbowl. Yes. Yeah, those
Perfect.
will look great in that piece.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Next up, I have choice of Hallmark ornaments. They're both part of the same series. They're going to start at $10 for choice. And these are Hallmark ornaments from 1995. So I'm going to scare everybody and say they're almost 30 years old.
29.
How
My
does that
oldest.
happen?
I know. Well, my oldest turns 28 this year, and she was born in 96. I know. Crazy.
So this one is the Angel of Light, and they're part
Mm.
of the All is Bright collection. And then
Mm.
this one is the Gentle Lullaby.
And the showcase collection, I think they were made of a finer material.
And they're both going to come in their original boxes. And I'll show you. Here is this one. And yeah, they're beautiful gold. And they do have the little marking
Oh,
on the
yeah.
bottom.
Are they ceramic?
Yes. Or resin.
That was my question. I couldn't remember if they were ceramic or resin because I thought the showcase
Can't quite
collection
tell.
was breakable. But
There's so much gold on here, I can't quite tell, and I'm trying to get in and see her
tiny.
face. Oh, man, it's hard to tell. Her face is shiny.
Just clack them together. We'll know what they are real fast.
Her face is shinier than I would expect a resin to be, but it could be. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
so she's like solid gold.
Gold lame.
She is gorgeous. She is 4.5 inches tall. So that is the first one. And then the second one, here she is all in gold. And this is the lullaby one. So she's got the little baby.
That's so cute. Looks like my new little great niece. Just bitty like that.
So beautiful Hallmark ornaments. And they are the Gentle Lullaby and Angel of Light.
Well, that's a good question. Does it say on the box what they're made out of? Sometimes they'll say like fine porcelain, but I don't think they usually say the resin ones.
Yeah, this box does not say much, I'll tell you. Made in Indonesia, and then there's nothing, and that, and nothing, and nothing. I mean, it's a minimalistic box. Oh, yeah, and it opens this way.
I know that oh, looky there. I know that showcase collection was a higher end ornament that they made.
No, it says the garments have been gilded with squares of gold metal to achieve the lustrous patina and finely dappled appearance of treasured gold leaf antiques. Let's see, the charming expressions on the face. They are created by Patricia Andrews. But no, it doesn't say. Nope. And I don't think there was a card or anything. Nope.
Huh. My last question is, do they stand up by themselves?
Yes.
That's cool too.
They do. Let me get that closed. So yeah, they both have bases on them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so yeah, they do. Now this one stands up better. This one can stand up, but her base is a lot smaller, but she can stand up. And yeah, so your choice, $10 on those. Let's see, we'll put those right there. All right. And we will go back to Becky.
Okay. I can check in a little bit, Rebecca, but I can't see it right now. But and then I guess the question is, if you wanted that basket too, let me know and I will make a note to look for it for you also. So I think, are we on our last round?
I think so, yes.
All right. Yay, I counted right. Or I numbered sticky notes, right? I have a little itty bitty squirrel. He is ceramic. I believe he is in the style of like Rio Hondo. Those are the big-eyed critters I've seen. Like
he is in that style.
Right, dogs, horses, donkeys. But I haven't seen a squirrel before. So,
no.
But the eyes is what gave it away for me. Actually, look at. I mean, he's got a big. If you put a line there, it'd look like a different critter, like big teeth there. But he's just a little guy. $6 start. He is about 1.5 inches long by about the same, 1 3/4 inches tall, and just about 1 inch wide. So he'd be great up on for like a miniature shelf or display. And it's a nice gray glaze. It's got pinks and browns for the details, and it is hollow ceramic, and it is not marked. And I haven't seen very many Rio Hondos marked because I thought that they would be marked because everybody's like, oh, it's Rio Hondo. But I think it's because of the style of the eyes.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one marked.
Okay.
So it's just one of those things, you know it when you see it.
Right. So I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's that style. So but I just thought he was a little cutie.
And Lou is in for 7. Julie for 8.
Okay.
Lou for 10.
Okay, Rebecca, I saw your comment. I will put that with the little note with your shoes so I can find that for you too.
And Julie at 12.
Yeah, and the brown detailing, yeah. Kind of on some of them, they're like off-white. They almost look like Neapolitan between the pinks and the browns and the white. But this one's gray. Squirrely gray color.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw them on the shelf, they had him sitting like this.
Oh.
And I was like, well, he's hollow that way, so I assume he sits more like that.
Yeah.
But, I was like, I suppose he could be like trying to climb a tree or something. But
And Lou is at 15.
oh, well, we must have found a goodie. Everybody
Well,
likes little
I think he
squirrels.
is a little rarer, yeah. Just because people haven't ever seen really a squirrel before, I don't think.
Right. I know that Carol has gotten a few different ones from me before, but there's no detail on that end other than his foot. Thank goodness. And he's got little toes.
And Julie is out, and we will count that down for Lou. So going once. Going twice.
All right.
And sold to Lou.
Thank you, everybody. And while Trisha does her next one, I'm going to go out of the screen and look to see if I got Rebecca's information.
Okay. Let's see. I have one more Donna Pritchard item. So I've been bringing some art of she's kind of a Pacific Northwest artist. Her name is Donna Pritchard. And I've got one more piece. And it is a flat doll. So she does have a little hook on the back so she can be hung. Now, part of her stitching has come out here. And for anybody who might want to stitch her, or if you want to just glue her back together, at some point, if I ever have time, which I'm not going to have time right now, to sew her back up. But I just want to let you know that little part has come undone. Doesn't take away from the fact that this is a really cute little doll. So I will start up with her face. And so she has little button eyes and a little button mouth. She's got a little bow that also has a button, and down here a little button. Some cute little fabric arms with some little button accents. This is kind of like a velvety dress, and then her cute little shoes. Now, this one is signed on the back, and that is her little signature where she has like the D and the P kind of going together there. That's her signature. This one, I think, is the only one of these that are signed, but the estate that these came from, she had a lot of this person's art. I don't know if she was related to this person or just happened to find her frequently and purchase art pieces from her. But the doll is about 9 inches tall. And again, if you are a crafter, this is kind of fun item to take as a template.
I was going to say, make a great pattern.
Yeah. And, kind of use your own inspiration from it, your own embellishments. But yeah, this is kind of a fun idea for a little doll. Or
night, Laura.
Even a doll that could be a greeting card. Good night, Laura.
It almost reminds me like and I know that kind of diminishes it a little bit, like an oven mitt, like you could make it into something else too that could be hung on the wall and have a dual use like that too.
Yep.
But she's cute. You could go all out on the gingerbread kind of decorations and
Right.
everything.
Right. But yeah, the little button accents, the little, kind of velvety material there, really, really cute.
Again,
So
we need like 36-hour days
I know
so
we
we can
really
craft
do.
more.
We really do. So she is $8 for the doll. All right. And so that, yes, is the last item of the sale. However, we are going to do the speed round.
Oh, right. I betcha Picasso Cat could
Oh,
make some fun things, some fun spin off of that design.
oh yes. Oh, yes, she could.
Mhm.
We are going to show all the items that are still available. Thank you for hanging out with us in the chat. And if
Yes.
you see something you like, shout it out. We'll put your name on it. But if you are watching on the replay, feel free to send us an email or leave a comment down below if you would like to claim an item. All right, let me get Becky up here. There we go.
I have shoes available. I have the lime sherbet, daisy and button, high boot, and this one does glow that bright yellowy lime green color under the black light. All the shoes were starting at $15. All three of them are from Fenton. That one just had the sticker inside. It was not, or did it have the big logo? It does have the big logo too, has both of them. The next available was the light blue iridized boot with the hobnail that had been hand painted in multicolor and the lace embellishment with the tie down the front of the shoe. It has the big oval logo as well on the bottom. And the third and final shoe that was available is the cabbage rose style in the opal satin. And it is painted with the roses and the rosebuds on the toes and the rosebuds on the heel. And this does not fire at all, but it does have the silver label, and I don't think it has, when they do the satin finish, a lot of times those logos get polished out. So those are the three shoes I have that I offered tonight. And the other choice that I had were these heart boxes with the filigree feather style pattern on the lids. They're both made by Boyd. And this one color name was Spring Beauty. Kind of an ivory opalescent with some blue tones in it. These were a $15 start as well.
Hi,
And
Fiona. Yes, we're just starting the speed round.
the
Becky
other,
has some shoes also.
all the shoes. And this one was the pink opalescent, kind of a little more transparent. And it's got a few little like swirls of the opalescent through it there. Again, with the Boyd mark. And that was the two choices on the heart boxes. And if all the rest of my sticky notes disappeared, so I think those are my end items that got passed were 3 shoes and 2 hearts.
Okay. All right. And if you are interested in any of those, let us know in the chat, or you can send Becky an email. All right. I have, this is art by Donna Pritchard. It is this metal holder with a bottle full of beads, a lot of beads. Now, I tried putting the black light on here, but it just blows it out. But several of these beads are black light reactive. And if you are a jewelry maker and want to use the beads, go for it. There is a great selection in here, and there's a lot of beads. Otherwise, it's a really cool piece of art. This is $35, and it is number 2. And it's tall. I mean, look at this. You get like a whole head size of beads in there.
That's a whole crafting project.
Yes.
Can you imagine the embellishing you could do with some of those dolls with all the beads? You could make necklaces, you could make bracelets. You could do
Yes.
all sorts of fun things with those two together.
Then this is also a Donna Pritchard art piece. It is a fabric colored cylinder. You could use that over a vase. You could use it all by itself. You could hang jewelry off of here. This is $20, number 4. And there's all kinds of little things, crocheting, little handmade beads, all kinds of little goodies on there. Then I have, oops, get this, the Westmoreland cream and sugar. This is the bramble pattern. And you can see the little vines made with the handles. So Westmoreland bramble pattern, milk glass, and it's $20 for the pair, number 6. And they do have the Westmoreland mark on the bottom, but it is a little faint. Oh, the Alaska mask. So this is the David Hendren Alaska mask. It is on a pin back, and this is carved out of the black cottonwood, which they find in Alaska. And here is the little mask. I'll show you how big it is like this. And this is $18, number 8. Where'd they go? Oh, the rhinestone beads. I say that now with confidence, thanks to the chat. This one is gold tone with clear. These are all prong set rhinestones. There's the hole. I was looking for the little hole. Right there is the hole. They're about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. I'll hold it back here. They are $15 each. This is the gold and clear. Oh, they're number 9. This is the blue and gold tone, and they go all the way around, and there's the little hole. And then I have the silver tone and clear. There's the hole there. So those are $15 each, number 9, all prong set rhinestones.
Or you could make a disco ball for your miniature dollhouse.
You could.
Or
Party
a chandelier hanging over your dining room table.
The West German cake plate with the courting couple. This is in, I mean, it's pretty much new condition. There's no scratch marks on here at all. It is gorgeous. The cake plate is $22, number 10. The shortbread pan with butterflies. Beautiful butterflies on the shortbread pan. And this one is $22, number 13. And let's see. Oh, the pair of French plates. So these are the thick, like restaurant ware plates. I mean, look how thick that is. That is a thick plate. They are French. The Elysian Garden. And they are $15 for the pair. Number 18. There's the back. Made in France. And then I just had the Hallmark ornaments. This one is Angel of Light. And this one is the Lullaby. And they are $10 each.
There's
And
Picasso
they're
cat.
number 19, $10 each.
Her ears must have been burning, or her nose was itching. We were talking about you. We've been planning your next craft project.
And the doll. This is also by Donna Pritchard, and she is $8, number 20. Yeah, we were talking about how this doll could be a really cute template for you to use for creating other dolls, because she has little button eyes and little buttons all around, and how she could be fun as an oven mitt or just a little doll greeting card. But I thought she could be, she's done by the same person who did some of the other art that I brought tonight.
And then you need that jar full of beads so you can make necklaces and jewelry for all the dolls that you're going to sew up for us next.
I know. Look at all these beads. Look at them all. All of those beads. There you go.
You have to do that.
So those are all my items. So let me get...
Right. That'd be great too. You could make some Halloween editions.
You totally could. Yes.
Yeah.
So let me get the link to Becky's channel, and Becky, let everybody know what's going on in Becky's world.
Well, next I will be Tuesday night. We'll be back on my channel. I will have Stephen with me. He's my 4th Tuesday of the month. Stephen from Stephen's Unique Antiques in Alabama. He's my partner in crime in Fenton land. And so I'll have a couple more weeks in April at home that'll be regularly scheduled programs on Tuesday nights. And then again, we'll be heading out to Springfield, Missouri around the 3rd week of April. And then we'll probably have some shows on the road along the way for what we found while I'm not home. And we'll see what kind of hotel room reception we get on those Tuesdays. So
yes. Yes. And so make sure you are subscribed to Becky so you don't miss her adventures as she heads on the road again.
Misadventures. We need to put a comma in the middle there, right? Oh, and I think Yvonne and I settled on a date that I'm going to go on Yvonne Thrifty Rich coming up in April. And I think I settled on a date with Miss Helen for sometime in May after we get back as well. So there's more collabs coming in the future, but I don't have all the dates memorized for you yet. So, but they're coming.
Well, good. And I will be back on Monday for my lunchtime sale at 11:30, and then the evening sale with Jen at 6 p.m. on Monday. But everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight and joining us. We appreciate it and appreciate all your purchases.
Sure. And thank you for having me again, Miss Trisha. I appreciate it so much.
Well, I'm glad we were able to coordinate a date before you took off again.
Yeah.
And then it's
probably June would be June will probably be the next time I'll be able to look ahead to. So at this point,
yeah. But yeah, thank you, Becky, and thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And for everybody getting snow, I'm sorry. And stay safe, stay warm.
Yeah. The good news is it's not fast because we're in spring now. So
right. Keep thinking that. Sending out all those good vibes.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. But everyone, have a great one.